Hi, welcome back to the channel. So this is not a technical review. Today's video is going to be more so a roadmap for anyone who is making videos and is looking for some solid video options. This is the roadmap that I wish I had when I first started before buying and playing around with 10,000 mics. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time because once you know what good audio sounds like, and you hear that heavenly sound, it's going to be very, very hard to go backwards in audio and not notice the audio differences when watching every single video going forward. Sorry, not sorry. And also, if you do plan on buying anything from today's list of audio equipment, please consider using the affiliate links down below. I saw recently that a few of you have been getting some camera gear and stuff using my links, and that is amazing. Thank you all so much because I do get a tiny kickback from it, which helps a lot. Okay, so audio option number 1. If you're recording using your phone, this is the one mic I highly recommend. It's the Rode Video Mic Go. Now go ahead and listen to the differences between this microphone and regular audio. Here is an audio test from the Canon 1DX Mark II. Straight from the camera, there is no other microphone attached. Here is another audio test using the Rode Video Micro attached to the Canon 1DX Mark II. The closer that you can get your microphone to your mouth, the better the audio is going to sound, and that goes for every single microphone on today's list. Now, this first microphone is great because it can just clip on your phone. It's super portable. It actually even fits in your pocket, so that's nice for vlogging. It comes with a dead cat, and that's actually what this furry thing is called. It blocks any kind of wind or air or breezes if you have your window open or if you have your fan on, or if you are outside filming, you need a dead cat because that's going to eliminate all of that gusty noise. Indoors, you don't really need it as much, but it does come with it, so there's that. And a last important thing to note about this microphone is that it also comes with a shock mount. Now, what the flip is a shock mount? So a shock mount suspends the microphone, so if there are any movements, which you will have, especially playing tabletop games because you're moving around and you're moving pieces here and you're moving the table, there are all these little noises that you're not going to hear or at least pay attention to when you're recording, but when you listen to the audio in post, it's going to sound really bad because it's going to pick up all that. A shock mount is going to help you reduce all those little noises because they will be amplified in post when you're editing. If it's one thing that you get from today, aside from a microphone, make sure you get yourself a shock mount. Just make sure it fits whatever size microphone that you get. Second option, now you're moving past phone recording. Maybe you have a DSLR and you're steadily making videos. Maybe you're spending a good amount of time doing so and you want some crisp, solid audio. Taking it a step further, I would actually recommend getting the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus, a microphone that I've recommended many times before, and for good reason. I used this microphone exclusively for about half my videos, and I still use it today while vlogging. It's literally the vlog YouTuber mic. So go ahead and listen to the differences between this microphone and the last one. Here is another audio test using the Rode Video Micro attached to the Canon 1DX Mark II. Here is the third audio recording using the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus mounted onto the Canon 1DX Mark II. Now you're starting to hear the audio get better, right? Now this microphone is like borderline professional use. You can use it as a on-camera mic. You can also attach it to a microphone stand, which is what I used to do, and put it close by. And you can even use it for podcasting as well. So it's very versatile. This microphone benefits a lot out of distance. So if you can keep it as close to you as possible, then the better it is. I used to keep this microphone actually right below my camera so it's out of frame right here in front of my desk when making videos. And it also is very sensitive, so you can hear all of your components very distinctly, like cards and minis moving around the table and so on, which is a good thing because all those little sounds do add up to the quality of your video when you want that sound intentionally in there. Not like the table shake, but like cards, like as you're shuffling, like those sounds are very satisfying to hear. On top of that, if you want a microphone that has very minimal editing, definitely go with this one because in post, you can actually just drag and drop an audio edit, put it on this audio file and call it a day. Now that leads me to the third and final microphone recommendation. The downside of the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus is that you can't really edit it too much. The more you edit it, then the more it degrades and becomes very noticeable. It's like editing a JPEG photo instead of a RAW photo for all my photographers out there. Put simply, you don't have enough information in the audio file that you get from this particular microphone in order to make it sound better. The more you edit it, then the more it degrades. So my third and final recommendation is actually a combo. It's a very expensive combo, but this is the most amazingest microphone alive, and it's called the Rode NTG 4 Plus. Trust me, I don't really care about audio since I'm a very visual person, but dude, I get excited every single time I edit the audio file coming from this mic because it sounds so good. I'm talking about the audio quality itself, not my voice, okay? And it is light years beyond the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Here's the comparison. Here is the third audio recording using the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus mounted onto the Canon 1DX Mark II. Here is the final audio test using the Rode NTG4 Plus. Hear that? I almost said see that, but did you hear that? The audio sounds so crisp. It's very full. There's depth to it. I love this microphone. It has lots of features, and put simply, all of these buttons on it are layers that are enhancing your voice. This is the raw file versus the JPEG of the last microphone. This is the raw video file. It's gonna give you a ton of information to play around with in post. The problem though is that it does need help to process this audio. If you use only the Rode NTG4 Plus and attach it directly to your camera, the sound is going to be very low. And if you turn up the gain, you're gonna hear a ton of noise. So to fix that, you need something called a preamp, which helps amplify the sound while keeping the noise low. Now I'm using the Zoom H4n, which is a recorder with a built-in preamp. Now this recorder actually has different heads too, so you can swap it out if you want to use it alone. But the reason why I pair this with the microphone is because the two together addresses each other's weaknesses. So this microphone captures higher quality audio, but the problem is you can't hear loud enough. And the Zoom H4n amplifies that audio, but it can't capture the quality of the audio as crisp as a microphone can. The downside of this recorder is that it does eat a battery like crazy, so you do have to plug it into a nearby outlet in order to keep it charged instead of using batteries, because you're gonna be spending a lot of money on a bunch of batteries back and forth, so I'd rather just keep it charged. Hopefully you have an outlet nearby if you do plan on using this outlet. Recorder. Now you do need two more things with this microphone recorder setup. You need a way for the microphone to connect to the recorder, and that's using an XLR cable. And you also need a way to connect your recorder to your camera. You're gonna do that using a simple audio cable. It's going to make your life 10 times easier in post when all of your audio is synced up together. So I definitely recommend connecting your recorder to your camera. And last thing, if you can fit a C-stand close by to your table or wherever you're recording, it's gonna be great because it's gonna hold your overhead microphone. And also, if you're doing some playthroughs, it's great for an overhead camera. Since the Rode NTG4 Plus is a shotgun mic, it can record multiple voices within the same vicinity as well. I don't know about you, but for me, I like to just set it and forget it when it comes to audio. And even if this audio setup is quite a big investment, it's very worth it. Once you have this setup, you'll be set for a long time for audio. You get professional grade audio. It's an easy setup once you understand how it works. It is expensive, but in the audio world, actually, it's very affordable compared to everything else that's out there. On top of that, it has like a 150-hour battery life. I think I charge it maybe once every 2 weeks. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have an auto shut-off button, so I do forget it sometimes, and if you do forget to turn it off, well, there goes your battery life, but then again, you have 150 hours of it, so there's that. Also, here's some footage of my C-stand. Let me go ahead and talk about it real quick. I have my microphone connected to a shock mount. Shock mount here. In turn, that's connected to something called a spigot, which is this mini metal pole, and in turn, that gets clamped on over here. On the other side, I have another spigot in order to connect a ball head, and that in turn is going to hold my DSLR if I'm doing overhead shots. And then all of this, I have the XLR cable just wound up across and connected to the recorder on the bottom of the table. So it's always in the corner over here while I'm recording. Big thing to keep in mind is to make sure your thread sizes fit. It's very frustrating to order everything and to realize that things don't fit. So make sure that your screw sizes fit across the board. So to recap, we talked about the Rode VideoMic Go for casual videos, for vlogs, for something to just pair with your phone when making videos. If you want to take it a step further, I would recommend getting the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which is great for vlogs as well. Super versatile, since you can use it for everything from podcasts to studio videos like these. If you want something that's convenient and with minimal editing, definitely go with that one. And if you want professional grade, clean, delicious, amazing audio for lifetime, get yourself the Rode NTG4 Plus with the Zoom H4n. Literally a miracle combo, getting you some top-notch, beautiful audio. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this little roadmap that I put together, something that I really needed when I started making videos. I was thinking about doing the same roadmap maybe for lights. If you're interested in that, go and let me know down in the comments below. if you want to see that. And if you do pick up anything, comment down below which one that you're gonna decide on. The setup for the last mic is a little confusing. It took me a while to figure out. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me across social media and I'll help you figure it out. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all later.